down at Krusty Burger over here at Krusty Burger on West Street in Falstaff. We got your best burgers, you know, coming down here. We got the man in a bun. I'm man in a bun with an apple on the side for the case. Come on down. You get yourself a donut over there. You know, you got yourself a little, you get a little donut over here. Try our crusty chicken nodules. Don't know what those are. Don't care. I'm a man in a sandwich. There's nothing else to ask. Come down and get a burger or not. I don't care. Oh, I died. I don't know. That was the best I've got. Welcome to episode what, 5? Lisa level, hit and run, doing missions. Last time we were just collecting because we kind of split it between, I'm in a donut van. We split it between Bart level and this level. So now we're actually going to do the missions as Florida.
I need to find my stupid brother. Have you seen him?
Yes, can't talk now. I must get the last copy of the new Itchy and Scratchy Adventures comic. It's the controversial issue in which they finally kiss. Assist me, and I will aid you with your dilemma.
Why would they kiss? Why would a cat and mouse kiss? Race to why? I gotta get the first comic before this guy because obviously I'm only collecting it for collection reasons. I'm not gonna do anything else with it. No, I swear. Not use it later in the bathroom or any of such activities. No. I am a pure Christian here. Pure Catholic, pure Christian, perhaps a little Muslim. Jewish? Yes, we're also Jewish. We're every religion. That's what we are. Where the heck am I supposed to go even? Am I supposed to go this way? YOLO swag. Right through Mr. Burns' tits.
Excellent.
Nice. They actually rendered a picture of them kissing. Wow. I didn't think they'd actually do that. Pretty good. Pretty committed game developers here. I did not notice that mission ever. I think most of the time I've just been like playing the game and just, you know, driving, and as a kid just not really paying attention to the dialogue. Just like, let me play game, skip. I think that's what most people do, to be honest. I need a remaster for this game. Dude, there's a guy on YouTube who's been making a remaster for this game, like from the ground up. He's been doing it for like a few years now. It's taking a long while, but he's dedicated, man. You should check it out. Just search Hit and Run Remaster, and you'll find this guy's YouTube channel for sure.
Now to get this inky treasure into its Mylar sanctuary.
What about Bart? I asked you, have you seen him?
I think I saw him at the Noiseland Arcade. Ugh, video games. What a waste of money. Now to go online and bid $1,000 for Itchy and Scratchy corncob holders. A terrific expense.
You know what's funny? I watched like a Netflix, and I forgot the whole point of the... Oh, that's his car. He actually parked it across the street. I gotta go work on a Saturday. All the way to work on a Saturday. Cut to the clip of the fat guy from Toy Story 2 going to work, and it's across the street. There's literally a Twitter account. I gotta go to work on a Saturday, and it's just that clip getting posted every Saturday since like the last 5 years, and it's still going. I love that Twitter account.
Millhouse, has Bart been here?
I haven't seen him. Hey, can I buy you a frozen yogurt? I'll throw in 2 dry toppings or 1 wet topping.
Bart's disappeared. You have to help me find him.
Well, he might be at Wally Weasel's. He likes the smell of the ball cage.
That's weird. Smell of the ball cage probably just smells like urine and other children, which is weird. What do other children smell like? I guess just urine. I guess kids just smell like urine when you really think about it. Or feces at times. Let's do it in the donut truck. Let's get a little adventurous today. Lowest speed of possible. Probably the best car. You know, taking the scenery, that's why. Slowest man wins the pan. That's what I say. All right. What? Oh, right. This mission. I remember this mission. He's like, oh, maybe we should go over here. And he's like, it's just him everywhere because he's trying to go on a date with her.
Millhouse? What are you doing here?
Lisa, what a coincidence. Hey, is that a new dress?
No, I've been wearing this dress for years. Now
it's literally a sandwich. I've been wearing it for years.
I think he's at the Planet Hype.
I literally don't remember why Lisa is wearing a sandwich outfit and it's supposed to represent Florida. Unless it's supposed to be a cutout of Florida and it just kind of looks like a sandwich. I don't remember. I don't remember the lore. But I'm sure some YouTube commenter will lovingly tell me why. Or tell me why. You know, for a car that has half a star in speed, it's actually not that bad. It's going pretty quick. I don't know who's reviewing these cars, but I say there's some corruption going on in their union. And I say they're playing some favoritism. And I say none of this matters because the stakes mean nothing. It's a bit that's barely a bit, you know? I'm gonna get there and frickin' Millhouse is gonna be under his stupid glasses and his stupid nose and his stupid hair and his stupid... I don't know, he's stupid. I don't know, that's kind of the point I'm getting at here. Please, if I could make it across. Okay. Oh, just made it. Didn't get stuck, thank goodness. Ah, Millhouse, what a surprise, Manila.
Oh, hi, Lisa.
Just had a stroke.
Fancy meeting you here.
Stop following me.
I heard Bart might be out by the Springfield sign. Perhaps you'd like to share some chewing gum.
Holy cow, might as well give him a ride now, you know, you see? This little guy. Can you give me donut, Mr. BRP Donut Man? Yes, what would you like? We've got sprinkled, and that's it. This is a Simpson donut van, so we only give you pink sprinkled donuts. There's no other donut in the Simpsons universe. I mean, there is. I mean, I'm sure if you watch the episodes, you'll see other donuts, but you know what I mean. Oh, come on. Oh, am I actually gonna lose? No, no, no. Come on, dude. Oh, Wiener Schnitzel. Dang it. Bruh. Okay, we're gonna switch to Lisa's car. No more donut van. We're not here to make our lives hurt. Oh god, okay, maybe we are here to make our lives worse. But I'll get out of the van and just, you know. Yeah, that's what you deserve, little man. Can you give me the donut Homer eats? That's literally the sprinkled donut. What do you mean, my friend? Have you gone insane? That is literally the only donut everyone's... Look at the left and right of your screen, my friend. It's literally right there. Oh, she died because car spawned into reality. Sorry, man. Die. All right. Finish the job the car started.
Time to move.
All right. Holy shit, man. This car is like 20 times faster. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep this car, the Malibu Stacy one. Yeah, so I don't know. Not really thinking of any crazy topics lately, but I was gonna say that I watched recently on YouTube this special where it was talking about how this guy had the biggest Hot Wheels collection in the world, and then a bunch of other people had like doll collections and oh, I can't remember, but basically people who spend thousands upon thousands of dollars not only collecting toys, but then spending thousands and thousands of dollars warehousing all this stuff, or like buying a whole other area of their home to just house their collection and maintain it at the proper temperatures and all that stuff. So it's like kind of wild. Like the Hot Wheels guy was the most. Like any of those original Hot Wheels cars or misprints or what have you, they're worth like thousands of dollars for one tiny little car, depending on why it's valuable. So it's always like a bit of nostalgia. It's a bit of a collector's itch. So when like the reason why I even bring this all up is when we're talking about like, you know, the fat comic book nerd. I think that's his literally his only name in the show. Oh shit, am I about to? Oh no, I'm going the right way. No, I'm not going the right way. No, even with the fastest car I have failed. No. Oh, we made it, thank goodness. Thank goodness gracious. What's your excuse now, Millhouse?
Hi, Lisa. My, your hair looks pointy today.
Millhouse, have you seen Bart or not?
You can't even see my hair, liar.
So, Lisa, do you have a date for the harvest dance?
This is not a good time.
It's never a good time!
Bart always hung out at the Quickie Mart. Maybe Apu has seen him.
And just to be clear, she said Apu, the character, not Apu. If she's like, oh, a turd saw him, maybe.
Oh, this is terrible. A very bad man is delivering roadkill to all the Krusty Burgers, which are cheaper than my Quickie Dogs.
That's my roadkill. I must use the roadkill for my Krusty Burgers or my Krusty hot dogs. Not Krusty with the K, just to see.
Hindu coming through.
Hindu coming through. that one doesn't do well today. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's kind of funny. Like it's just like rhyming words.
A sandwich in Florida. I would not put that in my digestive system because that would definitely make me full of devil.
I was gonna use like my Stewie impression. Oh, Deuce, what the devil is all the things in Florida now? Like what new drug is in Florida? Not fentanyl. Oh yes, fentanyl. Yes,
fentanyl and bath salts. Yeah, bath salts and zombies. With the eating and the biting and the.
You know, that's what he says.
Frank, my brother Bart is missing.
He's like staring at my crust.
Bart helped me build a monster and then disappeared in a bright light.
Wow, this is crazy. I need someone to talk to who's wise and learned.
The voice actor himself? I'm surprised to hear. I thought it was like just the general public, and then the voice actor went with the general public's opinion. Yeah, because I remember that whole thing. And some YouTuber made this whole like this creator. I don't know if it was a YouTuber or not. He made a whole documentary about why Apu is bad and stuff, and then like all these other YouTubers I usually follow, like Hot Diggity Demon. He's like a long time like Newgrounds even artist, and I always love his content and his creations and his input. And he made a whole video countering that documentary. And basically his point in that documentary was that like, because one of the arguments in it was that, oh, well, if you have a bad stereotype like Apu for Indian people, like the bullies in school will see that, or people will see that and think that's what all Indian people are like, and therefore it's a bad stereotype, and blah, blah, blah. But like, there's a bit of a silver lining where even like they do that with Italians in the show. They do that with like rednecks in the show. There's all sorts of stereotypes. And I get it, it's fair if you're an Indian person and you wanted, as he was, and you wanted to make a documentary about it because he felt strongly. Fair enough, his opinion, whatever. Good for him to make it if he feels it's justified. On the other end of the spectrum, on the other side of the argument, what Hot Diggity Demon was arguing, I'm pretty sure from what I remember, is that basically, because in the documentary they were saying like, oh, it gives people fuel to like then see if they see an Indian kid at school, they'll be like, oh, Apu reference, haha, run the quickie mart, haha. But like, if you really think about it, a bully's gonna be a bully no matter what they have. You know, Apu happens to be there, but like, if Apu wasn't there, the bully would find something else to bully the kid about. It does not matter if Apu existed or not. Now, whether that created a worse effect for Indian kids growing up, who knows? Or just Indian adults where, like, I don't know, some racism might arise because of being aware of the character, and then, like, some racist guy is driving his car, gets cut off by an Indian person, and then calls him Apu or something, you know? Obviously not gonna say that. They might say something much worse, obviously. But to make that the argument that, like, by him being created, it's made it worse for Indian kids or people all over the world as just to deal with, like, society if they're trying to integrate into a community, let's say, like, a town or place their parents helped them move in from for the first time, like maybe they're immigrants, and then it just makes it hard to integrate because that's all they know, and then the bullies make them feel uncomfortable. I feel like it's more deep-rooted than that it's in the person who's doing the bullying or being mean or whatever, or can't handle their own emotions or whatever, that they're going to be mean to this person, and not just mean, but mean on a racist level. And where I kind of see it is like, I'm kind of agreeing with that like, doesn't really matter if the character exists or not, but I am also curious, though, in the silver lining of that, statistically, how much of an impact does it have that Apu is there? But, like, Apu's like a redeemable character if you watch the show, but if you don't watch the show and you only see clips of the show, then, you know, there's always that, like, reading the headline of an article versus reading the headline and actually reading the whole article. And that's like, I'm trying to compare that to, like, watching a clip of The Simpsons on, like, YouTube Shorts, or even back then, like, just seeing it show on, and, oh, that's the Indian guy from The Simpsons cartoon I don't usually watch. And then, like, you see little clips and jokes whenever he appears, so it's only a small dose of the character. And then not watching the actual show where he shows up and fleshes out his character, and he's a guy who cares and does the right thing, and yada yada, and actually shows he's a good person and not just a stereotype through and through. He has those quirks, but those quirks come from somewhere. And then we get into this whole discussion about, like, where stereotypes come from and why they exist in the first place, and that they're not necessarily good, but the reason they exist is because there are common traits that people have noticed from a surface level about different cultures, and that's why these stereotypes exist in the first place. But then the problem lies in that assuming that about all of them, or all people, all white people, all black people, all brown people, whatever fucking culture we're talking about here. The problem arises that when you just treat them out the gate with that they're gonna have those traits is bad. But I feel like it's not, how do I phrase this? It's not bad. Not bad's not the word I want to say, but it's not necessarily wrong to have those stereotypes in the back of your mind, because there's plenty of people who've grown up with other cultures in their neighborhood, whether it's they were minorities or not, or maybe they were the minority, and those stereotypes exist. Like, there's a reason they exist. Like, the Indian person with who talk like with the accent, you know, and all that stuff. Like, or the Chinese person who has a really strong accent. It's funny. I know someone at work who has a really strong Chinese accent who's from China, and I've gotten so used to the accent I barely hear it anymore. But when other people meet my coworker, they're like, "Whoa, that's a strong accent. How can you understand him?" I'm like, "Oh, I've been working for so long, I don't even notice the accent anymore." You know, it's like, I'm kind of forgetting what my point is here, but what I'm trying to say is that it's not, I think it's ridiculous to assume the traits do not exist completely, right? Let's say I go to like a Diwali celebration or something, and I put in my head that, like, no Indian people have an Indian accent, that's racist, blah blah blah, or, well, that's kind of going extreme. Let's just assume not the whole racist thing applying that. Let's just say I'm gonna go to a Diwali event, and I'm gonna assume no one there is gonna have an Indian accent, okay? And then you go there, and they happen to have the Indian accent. Well, oh well, like really? And then some of them do. So it's like, is it wrong to assume a stereotype of someone? No, not necessarily, because they come from somewhere, but it is wrong to then treat them that they are the stereotype already. Then that's where the line gets crossed. So it's like, and it's good to know that, like, in some cases, to know a culture stereotype, I feel like it's useful in the sense that, like, Italians like pasta, spaghetti, we like our capicolo, we like, I don't know, we like our Italian sandwiches. I'm talking about sandwiches and pasta, but we like our food, right? And we go, oh, there's also lots of comedians who they're Italian, and they appeal to other Italians because they're a stereotype, and the stereotype's real, and we love the stereotype because it's so real, and it's relatable, and that's why it's so funny. You know? And it's like someone like a comedian like Russell Peters, who came from Canada, not too far from where I'm at right now. He came from like Brampton, which is really close to Toronto. And that community in Canada is highly Indian. Like, it's the high population of Indian people. And he doesn't have an accent, but he can tune in the accent. And because he's Indian, you know, he gets the comedy pass to, like, you know, make Indian jokes himself about his culture, yada yada. And I actually watched his recent special, like he uploaded on his own YouTube channel a year ago, and he still got it, man. He's still funny. Like, he's a little bit older, you can kind of tell, blah blah blah, but like his like perspective as an older person on the younger generation comedy, it's not bad. Like, it's actually funny, it's good. And what he got known for was like making Indian jokes about Indian people in Canada and blah blah blah, and it was just like he was just a funny guy, right? And then you know what, I feel like we should move on, but basically the point is that stereotypes go deeper than just labeling it as, if you believe a stereotype you're racist. No, it's if you treat someone as a stereotype, that's racist. To block out the stereotype like it doesn't exist, I feel like that's going too ignorant or too politically correct, to the point where you're kind of detaching from reality, where that those traits do exist. So it's just at least okay to be aware with them, because like, I'm trying to think of a scenario where, like, knowing a stereotype or trait, like someone, like, let's say, assume, like, someone has a strong accent, so you're going to assume, well, maybe they're not super fluent in English, so if you know, and then you do hear that they have a strong accent, and you just, like, the more I think about it, it's more just, like, talking to people and getting to know them. So, yes, I think at the end of the day, just don't treat people by the stereotype, but being aware why or how or where the stereotypes come from is also, I think, a better way to educate yourself about cultures, as to, like, not a better way, because then you're just thinking all cultures are their stereotypes. But, you know, what I'm saying is, if a culture has a stereotype, it's good to be aware that, like, it comes from somewhere, but don't treat people as a stereotype. That's kind of just the bottom line idea here. Let me read your comment, my friend. I have been ranting so long. Let me read what you're adding to the conversation, because I believe you're Indian, I believe, right? I think you've told me this, or from India. It's like that one skit where it's like two Americans have a farmer who is Mexican, and one of the Americans is like, you want tequila? And the other American is like, you can't say he likes tequila because he is Mexican. But then the Mexican is like, I would love some tequila. Basically, people take offense for other people for no reason. Exactly. Because the joke is like comedy is there to release the tension that society puts on people, right? So it's like, great comedians take the truth and crank it to 11 to show how ridiculous some truths are in our society, you know? They're the guys who are allowed to speak politically without getting, like, back in the day, like, I was trying to finish this thought a few episodes ago. I remember hearing where I was saying how, like, back in the day, the comedian was basically the jester who would entertain the king, so he wouldn't be stuck in his thoughts and get his mind off of ruling the kingdom, so he wouldn't, like, get depressed or think too hard or anxious or whatever. Just keep his mind off of things. And the jester literally could say anything, and as long as it was funny, people appreciated it, and people thought it was especially funny if it was true. So, what can we take of this? If people start, and that's why a couple of years ago when, like, they were, like, trying to cancel comedians and all that, it's like, when people go after the jesters in the court, the only people in society were we allowed to say the truth and really say it what everyone's thinking in a funny but very true and relatable way, then our society has started its collapse, because that means we're slowly becoming a place where there really is no free speech in terms of expressing our authentic selves or expressing what the people actually truly want to say or believe or whatever. Like, comedians, like, they open the cap on the bottle that's about to explode and they let out the hot air, you know? That's what comedians kind of do, and they bring people together in that way. Where it's like people are just tired of feeling that they have to be a certain way, and the comedians just let it all out, and people identify with the comedians and appreciate the jokes, and they share with their friends who also agree. You don't share a comedian's joke if you don't think your friend's gonna think it's funny, which means they connect with it also, right? So going back to your example there about, like, the two Americans, like, oh, you can't say tequila, like, that's a great joke, because, like, it's not the best joke in the world, but, like, as someone who's watching that, like, who's not Mexican, and sees, like, sees the person go, oh, you're not supposed to assume they're tequila, you want to offend them, you don't want to be racist. Like, that's what usually happens. But then the Mexican takes it, and then he loves, oh, I love tequila, and like, a Mexican watching that might, like, actually be like, oh yeah, that's true, like, we do love our tequila. The stereotype comes from the fact that a lot of us do like tequila. Not all of us, but quite a few. It literally comes from Mexico. Like, you could only get tequila in Mexico, which is a fun fact if you didn't know. I'm pretty sure that's true, because the guava, whatever the plant is specifically only in Mexico, and, like, copyrighted or whatever to be produced from there for it to actually be called tequila. I mean, that's the reason why it's prevalent. There you go. There's some little knowledge of that there. So where that comes from. Why is it tequila? Why is it so pronounced in the I guess Mexican community? Because that alcohol is known from there, and you can't really call it tequila if it's not from there. So what booze are you gonna drink? One from across the sea or the one right next door, right in your backyard, right? That's where that comes from. And so the fact that he goes, the release of tension when the Mexican goes, oh, I love tequila, hand that shit over. That's like, oh, we can all relax. No one's gonna get offended. No one's gonna get put in the box, the political box, whatever. The politically correct box is what I'm saying. And so then we could all just relax, have a laugh, and then just drink together, you know, at the end of the day. So I appreciate that example, RL Plays. I appreciate you. Appreciate you for that example. That was a great example, actually. All right, let's continue with the game. That was my rant for the day. And also, I'm a sandwich. My name is Florida. That's the name of a state. Family Guy reference.
Grandpa, can you help me find Bart? He's missing.
Maybe I'm just a senile old man, but Bart's lucky red hat fell out of that black car.
Wow, Grandpa, what a great clue. You showed why senior citizens are valuable members of the community.
I think my baby teeth are growing back. That's why I had to punch that nurse.
I better use something big if I want to take that car out. Like that school bus.
Okay, need the school bus, okay. Ad came right after the rant is over. It's like TV show commercial break. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, wait, I realize you guys are kind of new here, but you guys don't know, this was like I had streams like this all the time in fall, and I was playing Dredge, which was a perfect game because I'd play some music, we'd play this, we'd have rants just like we did, and we had a lot of talks and stuff and shared music. But that's when I started adding these emojis. So if you ever get ads, you just, you know, that's Yugi, and he's got a card that says ads as the emoji. And then, you know, the joke is, you've been banished to the ad realm. I use ads. Wah! Kaido Saiba, or Saiba Kaido, or I forget his name. I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Since I was like literally a munchkin, so I don't remember their names. Kaido Saiba Kadaibo, Jim Carrey in the back of my van. I don't know. Dude, anytime someone's like, who's that actor? Or like, I just have nothing to say and I just want to say something just because I'm bored while we're watching a movie or something, like, is that Jim Carrey? It's like completely like a black woman. It's like, that is not Jim Carrey. It's not even that funny when I say it. It's just kind of annoying if I say it too much, but it's just like, I don't know. That's like my default. It's like, is that Jim Carrey? It makes me think of like, I remember once on Oni Plays, this is one of my favorite jokes or moments from the show, is that like, it was Tomar, Oni, and Zach. They were playing like Donkey Kong Country 2. And like Tomar's just talking about whatever. He's like, yeah, I was just going down there and I hate how, and then like Zach interrupts him and goes, Tomar, did you just eat a moth? Like, what? I just saw a moth crawl into your mouth. Did you just eat a moth? And he like gaslights him. He's like, what? I don't think I did. I don't taste the moth. Like he was starting to believe him. It was like, oh, it's made me want to do that to a friend so badly, but I always forget to do that to someone, to gaslight them that they've eaten a moth.
Hello, Springfield.
I just love how much gaslighting that guy does, Zach. He's so funny. Psychic Pebbles, if those know his online handle better. One of the writers of Smiling Friends, also. Good for them for getting their show. Appreciate that. Appreciate always seeing someone from the old Newgrounds community finally getting TV show and all that. Destroy the black sedan. Why not the white sedan? Why gotta be black? Game racist. See? Game racist. Also, I find it very funny how nonchalant all these characters are like, I don't know where Bart is, but someone has Bart's hat. Maybe if I commit arson and also commit murder and like crush him with a school bus I found from my local bus driver, perhaps I can save my brethren. I don't know what this is from, but someone in my old friend group is always like, brother. And I asked him what it's from, and he's like, it's from nothing. I'm like, oh, well, I find it funny that you say, brother. And I thought it was from the WWE, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know where why or how or what, when, why. Or maybe it's from something. I don't know. I gotta ask him. I haven't talked to this guy in like a year. So it'd be like really funny if I'm just like, hey, you know how you and so-and-so used to say, brother? Like, why? And he's like, why are you, I'm at work. Why are you texting me? I want everyone to chat, okay? If there's someone you haven't texted in over a year, or about a year, it's been less than a year, almost a year, I haven't texted or interacted with this person. I want you to ask them a question that is somehow related to hanging out with them. This is a question you never got solved from them, you know? And just do that today, you know? Start a conversation with them. Or you know what? Actually ask them, say, hey, you want to do something this weekend? And you feel bad because it's been a while? Maybe do that. Maybe do that today. Reconnect with someone you forgot about or weren't sure if you wanted to stay friends because maybe they said something a little too sketchy last time about your wife's blouse. Saying, wow, that is a nice blouse. That would look great on me, you know? Something that catches you off guard a little. And that's why you stopped talking to him in the first place. If you like that skit, I'll say to watch the channel Matt and Justice. Who is Matt and Justice? What a interesting way to spell their names, too. Wait, I got an idea. Let me judge you. I'm gonna open this channel, and if I don't like this channel, you're banned. Those are the stakes.
Damn, boy.
Yes, Anthony Mantano. I've updated my Firefox to look a little more sleeker. You know, we got a little... I hate how in Firefox, you're actually not allowed to upload your own background, so I have to choose a default one. Fox will be okay. It'll bring in a few furries. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? I also have at the top right, it's probably hard to see, some guy eating a big, I think, salmon in his hand, some old meme. Trump, we got Waluigi, some other memes I don't recognize, the guy from Lazy Town, and a Doge that his nose has been stretched out for some reason. Yes, ever since the Futurama episode where the brains come attack, yes, I always say no raisin. Literally one time in a show, scarred for life, permanent for life. All right, let's look up on YouTube. Matt and Justice. If I don't like Matt and Justice, you're getting banned. We go to channel. Ooh, what the hell? A little risque, but okay. I know another channel that kind of has like risque thumbnails, but like they're actually really funny. So, you know, they do it to get people's attention, such as Boomer, who looks at boob at work, I don't know, on his phone because it shows up on his feed. You know, it catches their attention, but then the skit's actually funny. Let me see.
You boys using this chair?
No, it's all yours. Thanks, Chief.
Dude, I think those firemen think I'm the chief of the fire department.
No, they don't. That's just something people say.
Did you just say you're the chief of the fire department?
No, he's not the chief.
Yes, I am. How can I help?
My husband just called. He said my house is on fire.
We're on it. Let's go, boys. You got it, Chief. The engine's running.
He has very strange facial proportions. Does anyone notice that? Wait a minute. We'll go to Photopea, which if anyone doesn't know who's a content creator of any sorts or likes Photoshop, Photopea is a free Photoshop online, completely browser-based. All the same shortcuts, more or less, and it's free, so I don't even use Photoshop anymore. I literally just go to Photopea to get all my shit done. I'm sure it's been mentioned like a million times in their comments, but like, look at that. Look at that. He's literally... I'm not trying to be mean, but his nose is like literally... Stonehenge emoji. Yes, literally. Hold on. Yeah, big bridge, if you will. Hold on. Literally. Literally. Holy shit. I feel so bad because I still don't know which of the... What's their channel called? They're called Matt and Justice. I don't know if this is Matt or Justice, but I am not doing his nose justice. Wow, look at that. That's pretty crazy. But like also the proportions, look, the eyebrows match. The eyes are huge. That's what's getting me also. Hold on. If I do this, watch this. If we do this, you see, right? Like it looks like it's gonna be a normal face, but then you know, the proportions are all normal until you get these features. The nose and the eyes. Huge, and huge. I'm sorry. Like, I know this is bad, but like, I think it also helps their content because like, just like with the Simpsons, did you know the Simpsons are only yellow? Because they wanted people to change the channels on cable TV and be like, why are they yellow? And stop the channel changing so they would watch their show for the first time. That's literally the only reason the Simpsons are yellow. So the reason why anyone would stop on their feed is for these proportions, you know? This. And let's see about, let's hold on a minute. How much of his head is that? He's got about, no, it's about 1/3 of his head, which is kind of proportional. It looks like it's 3/5. I say 3/5. It's 3/5 of his head, which is a little more than 1/3, you know? So this would be 2/3, and this would be, or sorry, not 2/3, 2/5, and this would be about 1/5. I think my fractions are about right. Yeah. And even the other guy. Now, let's do the other guy now. Hang on.
Martinez, grab my ass!
He's not the chief! Oh my god, my baby's...
I wonder what his background is. I'm gonna bet he's either Italian or some kind of like Latino, Cuban, or like one of those olive-colored Europeans, perhaps.
You go in there, chief! I took an oath when I became chief!
No, you didn't, because you're not the chief.
No, wait, I need him without his mustache.
Hey!
Okay.
The kid! Toss it!
That's pretty fun. Okay.
Yeah!
I would throw baby out window too. Pretty fun.
Matt was the best fireman I ever knew, but god damn it, he was an even better chief.
When did they come out with this short? That's what I want to know. Shh, quiet, you. Quiet, Stonehenge. Lamau. Okay, wait, hold up. October. Oh, wow. 3 years old. Oh, okay. 3 years old. They're doing that kind of comedy. Let's see one of their newest videos now. YOLO. Let's do it. No, not that one. I want to see the latest. Trump.
Who needs to work? Very cheap, we pay.
Free! We're ice!
Ayos mío.
What's your name and where you from?
I'm Bob Hope from Connecticut.
That's pretty funny.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Billy Bob and I am from Kansas.
He's an American, all right. I can tell by his accent.
Sí, gracias.
So I'm gonna comment on this comedy and say this comedy's not bad. It's definitely not bad, and it's not low-hanging fruit. I will give them that. This is comedy. You could tell they put quite a bit of effort in their skits. It's actually funny.
Hang around Home Depot.
But the demographic for people of this comedy are most likely very young or very old, under the age of 15 or over the age of like 50, and anywhere in between might find it funny. Like, a reason why I wouldn't subscribe, like, I can honestly appreciate this is a good channel and all that stuff, but why I wouldn't watch these guys on the regular is because I can tell where the bit is going. Like, okay, yes, he did the Trump joke. So wait.
I'm Bob Hope from Connecticut.
Bobo from Connecticut's fun joke. The guy did it well. He did a squeaky voice, hilarious, funny, good, whatever. That's a pretty good one.
Grab him. You turn around.
And he turns around the Trump thing. Okay. Now somebody who's above the age of 50, they're like, holy shit. Look at this. Get it? Because he's Mexican and he's got a so he's not. Look how much not Mexican he's trying to show. He's saying he's Trump because we all know Trump is not Mexican. Now, I'm not saying the joke is bad. I'm not making fun of the joke. That's not what I'm doing here. But I'm literally giving you the thought process of what I've heard in many boomers' minds when they see content like this, where it's like they paint it obvious. Sure, that's the joke. It's extreme, whatever. But where I disconnect from caring too much about the content is like, okay, now I know where these jokes are going to start going. And I'm like, okay, haha, the Trump thing, okay. And then the video keeps going.
My name is Billy Bob and I am from Kansas.
Like, I've already gotten the joke and they're still continuing. And it's like, oh, will he figure out he's a Mexican?
He's an American.
That execution on like, whoa, suspense, and then now he's American. Like that was good delivery, whatever. Like, these guys have been doing this for years. They know what they're doing.
Keep an eye out for any illegals. They tend to hang around Home Depots like this.
See, we make America great again.
Let's go.
Grab her by the ears.
It's a joke that is good, but I would want something new is all I'm saying. I've seen, that's where I guess this is why the distinction I'm trying to make with why I wouldn't because I imagine these guys probably constantly make jokes where it's like a fun reveal, but then the joke kind of keeps going with the same premise. Not too long, I would say. Just, it's, I guess at that point it's preference. My preference is I would want the video to end there. But they still did make it a little more funny as it kept going on, you know, more jokes as it went. But if I already know the joke is going a certain way, and then that's...
What are you doing on your phone? You're not even watching the show.
When you don't read the terms and conditions. So let's see how they handle this one.
Netflix, so I'm reading the terms and conditions. No one reads the terms and conditions, just accept it. Yeah, you're right. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
So South Park made a big episode about this. Did pretty well. It was a good, memorable episode. Wasn't one of their best, but I'll talk about that after.
Oh, can we help you guys?
Yeah, we're here to bang your girlfriend. What?
Yeah, so joke is, you terms and conditions, and then, oh no, two big, possibly scary black men show up at the door to have sex with your wife or girlfriend. Like, you know, like every white man's fear. Stereotypically, every white man's fear.
Clearly someone didn't read the terms and conditions when they signed up for Netflix. What the hell are you guys talking about? Page 69 of Section B of the terms and conditions clearly...
Like, I got the joke. They're still going. I've heard this joke many times before. So therefore, but you know what? That's the thing. With someone above 50 or below 15, they've never heard this joke before, or they haven't heard it that often. So then the joke is like new. And then in that case, it's great content, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's like they're not beating a dead horse, but they're playing a drum I've heard the same tune to much before. Okay. And South Park, they did the whole like human Sentai pad where like you accept the terms and conditions, and then they literally graft Kyle to like the ass and mouth of other people because that was in the terms and conditions, and they keep saying accept, and worse things keep happening in the episode. Where I like South Park is that you do not expect them to be a part of a human Sentai pad, human centipede with an iPad on it, and you didn't expect it to get that intense and that gross. And why I appreciate South Park where they tackle this joke is like, that's so far left, they cranked it so far to 11 there. That's something worth paying attention to, as opposed to what I've seen before in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, they combine the element of terms and condition, no one reads them, they accept it, what's the worst can happen premise with two random black guys show up at your door to bang a girlfriend. And that's like the two things I've heard and seen before, and they just combine them, and it's like, okay, a bologna sandwich and a turkey sandwich combined, a bologna turkey sandwich, whoopee, it's still bologna and turkey, right? Whereas South Park, it's like bologna sandwich and frog AIDS burger. Like, you know, it's like, did not expect frog eggs burger. Like, and the absurdity is what like catches your attention. Like, I've never heard of Frog Aids Burger, you know? It's like, okay. So, okay, I appreciate you showing that channel. I think it's a good channel. I think anyone who liked the videos we showed so far, even though I've dissected them comedically, but it's not for me. Just because I've seen these jokes and premises before, but for older or younger generations, I could see it as new. I could see it still as fun. I don't want to be the party pooper, but understand for me, who's, I mean, I've watched many comedians, many comedy stuff, lots of stuff. I'm not saying I'm unique, but I've seen those jokes before, so their content will not speak to me at this point in my time in life. So yes. So we went on a tangent. Quick question, quick poll. What do you guys like about the Let's Plays? Because I want these to be better for you guys every time I stream. Do you guys just appreciate, like, do you guys like the rants? Do you like the comedy? Do you like when it's just chill and we're vibing with the game? Out of those three things, which one do you guys like the most? I feel like gameplay is like the least anyone cares about here. It's just nice to have a comforting game, I feel like. Yeah, I had my main channel on YouTube to be like skits and well constructed comedy and like content, you know? And the reason I haven't posted on there is because like I've been working on a video, and like I said last episode, it just takes me so long to make that stuff and edit it properly that like I just lose interest in the project. So like I just don't want to work on it anymore. I am working on episode 2 of Project Zomboid still as a recording of this. Hey, yo! Who ordered a pizza mid-match? The fuck is that? Thank you for the sub, Casey. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream, Casey. Subscribe to Blue Peter on Twitch and YouTube.com. I like that you called it YouTube.com. I'm gonna start saying that now. Subscribe to me on Twitch.tv people actually say, but YouTube.com. Thank you, Casey. Let's continue. My name is Florida. I'm the name of a state.
Excuse me, Chief Wiggum. Can you help? I've got to find my brother.
Sorry, little girl. I'm busy collecting evidence on Jailbird. We're busting him on the 3 strikes law.
How many strikes do you have so far?
No strikes. But that's only because I'm a very, very bad cop. Now, first of all, if we're gonna go undercover, you will need a disguise.
You mean like an eye patch?
Hey, good one. If we could afford a disguise like that, I wouldn't be getting paid in potato chip coupons.
So what disguise do you have?
Well, here's one of Ralph's old Halloween costumes.
Fine, wait here and I'll get changed.
I have to wear his cool clothes? Oh, why can't I be the sandwich named Florida? Man. Alright, where the costumes at? Costumes, gotta go find that. Let's not use this car. Screw this car. I wish this game had like a map you can double check. But I guess the fun of it is like it's forcing you to experience the world. Kind of like when World of Warcraft like didn't have flying, you know? I saw a YouTube short of like a guy using one of those like air-powered... Or no, he was like driving like a little vehicle in the air that was like propelling him, and it was like he was actually flying a little car. There's been a lot more than you'd think YouTube shorts of like, or short videos of people flying air machines somehow that have been custom built. And like I commented on the video like, we can't have a future where people fly around everywhere. We just can't. It's gonna be just like World of Warcraft where they allowed flying in that, and it totally ruined the game because people couldn't experience on the ground and experience what was on the ground, the world, the environments. Nah, when you're up above, you don't care about what's underneath you, and you just skip all the feel and atmosphere of the game. And that's why we're gonna skip all the feel and atmosphere of IRL environments. if we move on to flying IRL that's not involving a plane, because planes are basically fast travel for World of Warcraft. If you're gonna compare World of Warcraft, it's just fast travel, so that's okay. We had that from the beginning. Fast travel makes sense. Skip to go to a main point. Don't skip all the time forever, you know? All right, follow Snake and find 3 strikes of evidence against him. Don't miss any of them. Let's see what his 3 things will be.
I don't know. Maybe I'd go faster if I took my pants off. What do you think?
I'm surprised you said that right next to a kid. You son of a bitch. Okay, at least I'm driving straight this time and not driving gay.
And strike 3, littering. All right, we got all we need on this lowlife. Now, about your brother. I've seen lots of mysterious government types over at the docks. Maybe they send him on a nice cruise. They got some great package deals these days. 5 buffets per boat inclusive.
Thanks, Chief. You are a good cop after all.
You're just saying that.
Yes, I am.
Oi, I be a fisherman. What be this little girl with crazy cool outfit I've never seen before? Cannot relate. Show me Willem Dafoe in the lighthouse. He be me son, perhaps. All right.
Chief Wiggum said there was some strange stuff going on around here. Have you noticed anything weird? You know, black sedans, guys with dark glasses.
Yar, maybe I've
Yar.
seen something and maybe I haven't. Render me a favor, and it might jar me memory.
What favor?
Jar me memory.
Here of live mackerel. Can ye navigate the fishies to the finest restaurants in the Squidport?
Those poor fish. I mean, sure, I'll help.
I think this is where this game starts to amp its difficulty, because I'm having slight flashbacks of this game being kind of difficult now.
Lisa Simpson at your service.
At your service. Meow.
I don't know what that was. I cheated on this mission. Boo!
Bruh.
Boo! Everyone boo RO plays in chat. Not a real gamer.
Bruh.
Boo!
Bruh.
Boo! I'm just kidding. Oh god. I almost fell off. What do you mean, Peter? You fell off years ago. Oof. Man, I've done so many things in my career. Anyway, wait. We were just talking about Windows 11, and yeah, so I just installed it on the mini PC, and I don't know, Windows 11 seems pretty slick, but I hate how, like, now they've moved it so that, like, you have to hit the middle. Like, on the taskbar, it's, like, in the middle now. I mean, I know you could change that, but, like, you have to hit the Windows button in the middle, and then you hit that to turn it off, and I don't know. You know, like, change. I don't know. I kind of do, like, I'm still on Windows 10, me personally, but I will have to move over for all those security reasons they keep forcing on us, what have you. And I was told by my friends from the States, I have a few old buddies from, like, my high school days I used to play on Xbox 360 with. I met them through Xbox 360 Live. They told me that, like, wait a bit before upgrading to Windows 11, because for some people, it's, like, totally destroyed their computers in terms of, like, losing files, or the update didn't go smoothly, or what have you. So, like, until they flesh out some of the kinks in the updating your system type thing, just kind of prolong it as much as you can. I'm like, okay, seems fair enough. First thing I changed was the taskbar location, Lamau. Smart man. Does anyone follow PewDiePie anymore? I kind of watch him now. Now he has a son in Japan. He kind of does, like, dad vlogs where he's in Japan with his wife and his 4 dogs. I fucking love pugs, man. I love his pugs, man. They're old and stupid. I love pugs because they're old and stupid and ugly and annoying. I'd love to have one just because of how, like, stupid their existence is. Their existence makes me laugh. It's just so funny. Anyways, yeah, he did the Linux swap. That's exactly what I was about to talk about. So I knew nothing about Linux, but to see how he shared about all the things you could do in Linux now, I was like, damn, okay, so that's what Linux is all about. And you can get different versions and all that. Like, all I knew is that it was open source and, like, barely gets any support and blah, 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 but it's happening. It's happening. It's pretty modern nowadays. There's still some drawbacks, he says, was which version after of Linux you get, like, which I forget what it's called, like, package you install after you get Linux as the base. Because then after there's, like, a subsection of what type of Linux you want, or what have you, is a good way to think about it, I'd say. But he really, like, I love his customization, and I really used to do that with my computer. Even on, like, Windows 7, when I was still on that, I'd like, make it so that I have images on, I'd have my wallpaper be like, it was an aperture, like literally the aperture of a camera. And here, let me just show you guys so I can better illustrate this, or else you guys are never gonna understand what I'm saying. I'm opposed to change, so going from Windows to Linux would be much hard. Oh, for sure, I agree. I would not change, honestly, either. But it is something to appreciate about the customization with that. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't change either. No way, chance in hell am I learning a whole nother OS. But it's pretty cool that he decided to do that. Because I do personally also like spending hours configuring shit just the way you like. I don't know. I guess it's all that, like, specifically slightly autistic need we all kind of have. I think at that point, it's not even just calling it autistic need. I'm just saying when I say that, it's just a high need to highly personalize your experience in the world. It's just very satisfying, I guess. And that's why I call it an autistic quote unquote need that we all kind of share a little. I literally did this when I got my first PC, and I was like, oh, you could do that? And, like, it was a program. I forgot what the program, wallpaper. Yeah, I'm going to find it. Yeah. Search wallpaper. You'll find the one wallpaper. All right, well, it was basically one of these. It was a white one. And so basically it was this. So this would be my wallpaper, right? It's not the exact one. But then I would make each one, you hover over with your mouse, and it would be like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, Lightroom. Like, you'd hover, it would show that, but when you hover over, it would create a glow behind it, like you want to select this one. And I had that set up on my Windows 7 PC. The thing is, though, I literally did, like, 3 apps in, and I had no idea what to do for the rest, so then I got lazy and didn't do it anymore, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. So, because it was kind of a hassle to set it up on Windows 7. I forget what the custom program was. Rain meter. It was rain meter. That's what I used. Holy shit, it's been so long. And the fun thing about, yeah, it was rain meter. You install this. Rain meter allows you to display customizable skins on your desktop from hardware usage meters to full. And that was the other thing. Just like Linux, how you get the customizable things there is that you can choose to have your. Oh my god, I just kicked my computer. I was swiveling in my chair and I hit it with my knee. Now you know my PC's on the floor like a dirty scumbag who doesn't let it flow properly with good airflow. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, rain meter. And so this was the program I would use, rain meter skin. So just so you guys get an idea of how cool rain meter was, it's like you could change like all your icons. You could have like how much power your CPU is using on the front board. You could have your thing looking like this. You can have oh, that was another thing. I created one where like literally sound effects by my Spotify, so that whenever I was playing musically, it would literally have something like this on screen interacting from the music. And then like every day would start with the, you know, I didn't have this exactly, but it's just showing you that rain meter gave you that customization. And if you downloaded it now, you basically do the same thing. And look at this fucking guy. Basically get shit like this. Holy crap, look at this fucking guy. Look at this nerd. Holy.
Damn, boy.
Yeah, look at I think that's too much. I prefer the minimal look. I like minimal. But integrated, like I literally had the ball. I had the ball, but I had the ball not moving, so it was just the stuff around. And I felt so cool when music would play. And yeah, that's literally what the menu looks like. You kind of configure in one of these looking ass menus. Yeah, and basically that's what it do. That's what it be. Oh, I had this one specifically, actually, this audio one. Excuse the tits, sorry. It's not my wallpaper. But like, yeah, it's literally this. And you could customize how they move if you want it to be like 2 frames per second or 60 frames per second of how smooth they look. All sorts of shit like that, yeah. That's like some 2005 ass wallpaper of a girl. And yeah, that's rain meter. We just remembered rain meter existed. Everyone give a hand to rain meter. Congratulations. Pluh. Yes, pluh. All right. I want to change my costume. I want to be the sandwich lady from Florida, but oh well.
Thanks for delivering me catch of the day. Now, I can tell ye, I saw your brother.
Really? That's great.
Brother. He was in a long black limo, and ahoy! There she drove.
There she drove.
I hope kids at home don't imitate my hitchhiking.
I hope they do. Maybe they'll learn something, you know. They get murdered, and then they're like, won't do that again. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Why is it a cop? It's one of the cops. Wiggum's behind this. No, it's the aliens probably mind controlling him, and I'm saying that very seriously, not even as a joke. Spoiler alert, if anyone cares about this 20-year-old game, and the story of a Simpsons video game on the GameCube, that it's aliens trying to take over the world, and so they're trying to turn everyone into zombies or something like that. It's basically aliens, you know? Editor, put up that meme of aliens. Wow, what a great picture. That is literally the perfect picture I wanted of aliens. That aliens meme of the History Channel guy, yeah, that's the one. Oh man, it's been a while since I've seen that picture. Look at that thing.
Sweet.
Wow. Is that Jim Carrey? No. By the way, the joke is that it's not showing up for anyone just listening and not bothering checking their monitor right now. Yeah, no, it's not on screen. That's the joke, okay? Or would it be even funnier if now I do show it, so that I look like a bigger idiot? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. Final hit. Boom, bitch, get out the way.
Oh God, I destroyed the limo and killed Bart.
Oh yeah.
No murderer ye be. He wasn't in the limo. He got out and he boarded that ship.
Can you take me there?
Nah, I hate the sea.
Nar, I hate this. See, I love people who are paradoxes. Okay, so basically I gotta drive onto this boat because Bart has been on this boat this entire time. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh shit. And on the boat. There's Bart. Hello, Bart. Tell me thing.
Bart, I found you.
Sedans, sedans,
Bart, snap out of it. Oh, I gotta wake him up. Bart, how old are you? What's your favorite catchphrase?
Kiss my grits.
It's no use. His brain is even more broken than usual. All I can do is take you home and get you a diaper. I am
Get you a diaper? What? Well, okay, so we beat the level. We're gonna come back here and collect everything to end the stream on, so we're not gonna end it yet. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know your brain signaled. You said end stream. No. Episode's not over yet. We're still chilling. We're still vibing. Oh, excuse me. All right, so let's go collect some of the stuff that's around this episode of this level. And you know what? I decided we will find all the wasps. So the fun of a game, like just chilling with a... Oh, I thought the roof continued on the other side. Oopsie daisy. It's okay. It's okay. Susie Carmichael, it's okay. Who's Susie Carmichael? Why did I just say that name? Who's Susie Carmichael from? Buzz Cola tokens. They literally made a whole drink just for this game, just to justify having tokens, when it could have been something as simple as the donuts. But I feel like that would have been annoying to look at, and like, why would you pay with donuts? The more I think about it, the more it makes sense to not do that. Oh wait, no, Buzz Cola is in the series from the beginning. It is? No way. No way. Buzz Cola's in the series from the beginning? No freaking way. Buzz Cola, Dancing Homer, logo and advertiser, Krusty gets canceled. There are several different varieties available in Springfield. Crystal, Buzz Cola. I didn't know. What? When was Dancing Homer? Season 2, eh? What in tarnation? I do not remember a single... But I don't remember it looking like that with like a freaking... Like a remote control on it with like a circle, you know? I don't remember it look like this. That's like new. Yeah, that's probably why I never noticed it. Look, these are the original Buzz Colas with like the big buzz. It doesn't even have the symbol it has from Hit and Run on it. Very odd that they would change that just for this game. I do like the newer design though, or the game design. I like it way better. Season 2 isn't the beginning still. I know that. I know that. Don't tell me this. Earl, electronic automatic robot lighthouse. Nice.
Darg, where be Robert Pattinson? He may not go up now to the light of the
reference. I don't know. The lighthouse reference. I like that movie. Okay. All right. Collect. Oh. Okay. Let's try that one again. Oh my God, he fell off. You know, as a content creator. And I didn't know this when I was checking these out before. So I got the card. You can view the cards and they tell you what episode and all that stuff from them. I didn't realize that, which makes perfect sense why they would do that. 1F 12. What does 1F mean? What the hell does F stand for? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Lisa needs braces. I'm just gonna say that. We're not gonna read all these. Okay. We're driving backwards we're driving backwards in a neighborhood with children who wear helmets. Very good decision. Very good. Let's see. What collectibles do we have left? And all we really have to do is like kind of search every inch of this level. Here it is. What is in here? Oh, Krusty Show. Hey. Hey, folks. It's I, the clown. I want to do a YouTube video of like Simpsons impressions, but purposely I'll do them in like that's just that one same voice on purpose. Hey. Doe. Like that's Marge. Don't eat a cow, man. It's not good. Bro, have I told you your outro is insanely good? I appreciate that, man. I made that outro like 8 years ago in Adobe After Effects, and that's back when, well, I still kind of have the character, but he never really shows up on my stream as any reference at all. So if you go into the About page of my Twitch page, I have a character named Petey. He has a little face on his stomach, and that's P. And the idea was that I'm Peter, and their names are just shortened versions of Peter. So Peter, Petey, which is Peter without the R, and P, which is because he's less of Petey. So then literally his name is less of Petey, the name, and so then he's P. So it was supposed to be Peter, Petey, and P. And I was gonna make a whole like comic adventure, and the only cartoon I had or comic I had in my head of it, the joke would be every time, it would just, the ending joke of every time would be like a 4-frame comic, is that at the end, it would always just be Petey and P, or zoom in of Petey's face looking silent. He would never talk in the series. And like an example would be like, I would walk in, like Blue Ranger Peter, like character would walk in on Petey and P, like he's making muffins or something, like, Petey, what are you doing? Making muffins. And then like I'm like, oh no, Petey, you're not supposed to put muffins in the dishwasher. Now they're all wet. And then like he'd be holding a tray of like wet muffins, and then the joke would just end on, like the last frame would just end on his face looking, has not changed emotion, just deadpan, just like looking at him, just staring like, and that would be the joke every single comic, but I never made it. I never created it, but that was always what would have been the first episode for that comic. Basically, that would be the formula for every comic. Be like, Petey, you're not supposed to do blank, and then it would show blank that he did wrong, and it would look ridiculous and funny, and then it would just zoom in on his face, like, yeah. Okay, yeah, I did it. I don't know what else you want me to do. And yeah, there's some old Peter lore. So that character who tucks me into bed and all that, that's Petey and P. Let's talk to Skinner, do the bonus mission.
Principal Skinner, Bart's missing.
Bart's gone? What a tragedy. To get your mind off this terrible loss, which we all feel, why don't you run a few errands, or as I call them, grief helpers for me?
But Bart's only missing.
Grief helpers.
Well, looking for that little monster, treasure can't help anything. You might as well pick up Mother's dry cleaning for me.
I love it's like, my brother's missing. Can you pick up my laundry? And that's literally a mission in the game. Oh my god, his mother's in the back. I love it. And fun fact, Skinner and his mom always being there is a reference to the movie Psycho, where it's literally the character Psycho who's literally driven insane. Oh, actually, no. It's also a reference to Skinner, the psychologist, right? P.F. Skinner. I believe that's the one, and not actually the character I'm remembering.
Wow, Mother loves clean house dresses and old lady underwear.
Principal Skinner, I really should get back to my search.
Maybe these gold stars will change your mind?
All right.
I hope you guys could have heard that banter. I wonder how much money all the voice actors on The Simpsons made, and I wonder how much more certain characters made than others. People say Marge should swap voice actors because the original voice actor is getting weird. Yep, I agree. I've mentioned this a few times before to other people. Yeah, her voice is way too screwed up now. Like, it's just not okay. She has run her course and should not be doing the voice anymore. She's just gonna, like, ruin her vocal cords at this point. Got it, and we did it. Nice.
There, we've got Mother's laundry, dinner for Edna and me, and some personal items. Now, if you can just help me find a place that carries Mother's favorite canned aspic.
This is ridiculous. I can't keep doing errands for you. I've got to find Bart.
For helping me with my ridiculous errands, I suppose I owe you something. If you need help recovering your brother's body, living body, give me a call.
I appreciate a principal who cares. Okay, you've unlocked Principal Skinner's sedan. Nice. All right, cool. All right, we got the sedan. Let's continue. Let's go try out that one area where we haven't looked yet, which is literally the house, the building, or something. I told you, Americans. All wasps destroy. Now, I'm not getting any achievements, and I said if I'm not getting any achievements, I'm not doing anything. But you know what? I'm doing it because I want to, and it's fun. Because there is something nice. Wait, what? How am I supposed to? Oh, I'm supposed to just like. I just gotta make a leap of faith, I guess. 1, 2. Yes, got it. All right, got all the cards. Anything else in this level I have to collect? There is one gag I am missing. In the entire level, there is one gag. At this time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely within this level. Yes. I see it. No. Like, I've tried. I really give it the old college try. And I can't find it. I always found it weird they call it the old college try. I wonder why they call it that. Hold up. So I probably can't find it. Let me search it up and also search why they call it the old college try. Phrase old college try refers to a sincere but ultimately perhaps futile attempts to achieve something. The expression is thought to have originated in the context of baseball. What? Specifically referring to a player's valiant effort in a hopeless situation. And the expanded encompass any situation where someone... Okay, we know what it is, but like, why baseball? The phrase gained further popularity with the baseball player turned preacher Billy Sunday's 1917 sermon of the same name. What? What's the actual, you know? Desperate attempt to make a play. Sometimes the term carries... Oh, who fucking cares? I've already lost interest in this rabbit hole. All right. What are we searching for? Hit and run. There we go. All the gags complete. Wow, I am truly complete as a human being. Whoopi Goldberg, everybody. All right. Why do I say goodbye? To you all watching, thank you for watching, everybody. If you've been enjoying this, please let me know what you like about these videos. If you like the rant, I actually want to do a poll in my comments if you made it this far. If you like the rants or you like the comedy more, or what you actually like about these videos, I guess is what I appreciate if you'd comment down below. You don't have to like, you don't have to blah blah blah. If you actually hated the video and you watched this long, thank you for hate watching me. But I would like to improve these, so please let me know what you like about these, what you don't like. And yeah, I'm just trying to improve as a Let's Player, I guess, or as a YouTuber, and what content you guys enjoy or prefer to improve later on, like whether you want my rants more condensed, if you want the comedy skits to be more well thought out, I don't fucking know. Anyways, whatever you like most, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, everyone. Chat, Ari Plays, hello Hoopy, Casey, everyone who stopped by today. Have a great time. Cheers.